Hello there my fellow Hollow Table heroes, and welcome to another SWGOH video. Now in this one I will talk about GAC feats, namely the one that is called That's Impossible Even for a Computer. So as most of you know, to achieve this feat you have to win in Fleet Arena without using reinforcements in total 9 times. So it's got 3 stages, and in each stage you have to win 3 times. So in total you have to win 9 times in your Fleet Arena without using reinforcements. So in this video I want to show you a strategy how you can achieve this feat by using your Negotiator fleet that you already have, going up against other Negotiator fleets that have Ahsoka in starting lineup. Now as you know, when it comes to Negotiator fleets there is always a bit of RNG at the beginning of the battle, because both Negotiator and Anakin have exactly the same speed when maxed out. So what happens is you got 4 ships with exactly same speed, so it's kind of down to RNG to decide which ship goes first. So in order for you to be able to win without using reinforcement, the first condition is your Negotiator has to get a turn before enemy Negotiator. So that's first bit of RNG. Now the second bit of RNG is that your own Anakin has to go after your Negotiator as well. So there are 2 bits of RNG here that are in play. Now about the first one there is nothing you can do really. You can't make your enemy Negotiator slower or your own Negotiator faster, but for the second bit of RNG there is something you can actually do. So to ensure that your Anakin goes after your Negotiator, you can just swap a couple of mods like I'm showing in the video. So just swap a couple of 6-dot mods with 5-dot mods, and this will increase your Anakin ship speed by 1 down to 188. So you eliminated the second bit of RNG. Alright, so the only thing now when you go into the battle, did my Negotiator go first or did enemy Negotiator go first? Now if enemy Negotiator goes first, winning without reinforcements I couldn't make work, so you'll just have to follow your standard battle procedures from there. But if your Negotiator goes first, then you can attempt what I'll show you in these couple of battles here, to win without using reinforcement. So looking at the first battle here, as you can see, this is my starting lineup that I'm using. I just prefer using personally 5s over Ahsoka, so I can't say with this strategy that I will show you here work with Ahsoka in lineup, because I'm always using 5s. So if you're using the same starting lineup as me, what will happen is, going up against Ahsoka fleets, 5s is the fastest, so he will go first. So what you want to do is target enemy Anakin with your basic attack to hopefully land the offense down to reduce his damage. Then enemy Anakin will go and do his AoE. Normally it always targets Houndstooth, so in this case he landed buff immunity, but even if buff immunity wouldn't land there, I would still not taunt with Houndstooth, but rather use his basic attack, again aiming at Anakin. Now then enemy Houndstooth takes a turn, puts the taunt up. Okay, so now Ahsoka will do her big hit, and she got Houndstooth below 100% health, which gave a bonus turn to my Anakin. Now this doesn't always happen, so if this happens then you will just want to use basic attack with your Anakin on Houndstooth. If her big hit wouldn't be big enough to get Houndstooth below 100% health, your Anakin would not get a bonus turn, and then you would take a slightly different approach, which you will see in the second video. But in this case, now that Anakin got a turn, you want to use his basic attack, because here maybe if you would now use Anakin's AoE, it might actually then trigger again enemy Anakin and gave them a bonus turn, so you don't want that. So just use basic on Houndstooth. Okay, so in this case my Negotiator goes before an enemy Negotiator. If enemy Negotiator would go first before mine, then I would not attempt to win this without a reinforcement. But there is obviously now a 50% chance in every battle that your Negotiator will go before enemy. Okay, So what you want to do is just do obviously the mass attack and assist that applies daze and target lock on enemies. So do some nice hits on Houndstooth. Now enemy negotiator uses the same attack, and here see I've got nice 3 target locks on board. Now from my experience and testing that I've been doing, for example here, if there would be no target lock on Ahsoka, you wouldn't probably be able to again win without reinforcement, but because there was target lock on Ahsoka, Fives was able to take her out with big AoE. Okay, alright, so now I can put a taunt with my own Houndstooth, and now I'm going to use Anakin's AoE attack. And here, no, don't bring any reinforcement here. Just apply unending loyalty on your Anakin, so he gets offense up to boost his damage. Okay, now enemy will bring in first reinforcement with his clone sergeant, and just keep going after Houndstooth here. Okay, just apply critical immunity on your Houndstooth. Okay, now enemy Houndstooth is out, and they applied unending loyalty on their fleet. Now I'm going to apply critical damage immunity on Anakin. Okay, the next reinforcement is Y-Wing here, so now we got 2 tanks to deal with. So I'm going to switch over to Y-Wing because Sarge has retribution. I just cleanse that debuff again. Now we are ready for another big hit, so let's go after Clone Sergeant here to dispel Valor on him, and do another big hit with Fives. Right, another AoE with Anakin, and bombs away, guys. Boom, 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 there you go. Enemy Anakin's out. Right, here we go. Now put a taunt back up, meet with my own Houndstooth. Here I switch back to Sergeant, because bombs will finish off Y-Wing anyway when he takes a turn. So there you go, guys. I won like this without using reinforcements. Okay, so I want to show you the second battle here. So again, showing you the speed of my Negotiator is 189, while the speed of my Anakin is 188, because again, see, I swapped 2 6.mods with 5.mods, and this reduced Anakin's starfighter speed by 1 to 188. Right, here we go. Same thing as in the first battle, basic attack on Anakin, and then just cleanse debuffs on your Houndstooth by using his basic attack. So in this case, see, Ahsoka didn't do a big enough hit to trigger my Anakin's bonus turn. That's why I will show you this battle as well, because it's slightly different starting sequence, but as you can see, it still works. Okay, so again, now my Negotiator got RNG, so it goes before enemy Negotiator. So we're going to start by again doing the big hit that applies daze and AoE, and again I've got lots of target lock on the board, especially on Ahsoka, that's the key one. And now because my Anakin wasn't triggered earlier to get a bonus turn, he is now able to go straight after my Negotiator because we reduced his speed by 1. And this is actually better RNG than the first battle, because now after Negotiator's attack we can immediately follow up with an AoE by Anakin to do a nice big hit and apply buff immunity on Houndstooth. Okay, now in this case we did too much damage, so the enemy applied unending loyalty, and that's why I wanted to show you this battle, because it's a slightly different battle. It's a slightly different sequence because things happen differently, but I still want to show you how you can pull out a win even if you do too much damage at the beginning and the enemy Negotiator uses unending loyalty instead of their AoE attack. Okay, despite of all of that, same thing, use big hit with 5s. There you go, so unending loyalty got triggered on both Anakin and Ahsoka. Okay, now put your own taunt back up. Just use basic to remove taunt from the boss, and apply now an ending loyalty again on your Anakin to add offense up to boost his damage. Alright, so no choice but to take down Bosk. And the reinforcement is Sergeant. Again, no choice but to attack him. Now again here, apply critical damage immunity on your Houndstooth. Okay, and you see another benefit of not bringing reinforcement against Ahsoka is that she doesn't reset her abilities. So there, if you would have brought in a reinforcement, she would be able to do a big hit, maybe your Houndstooth, and take him out or damage severely. But because you don't bring any reinforcements, only thing Ahsoka can do right there is use her basic, which basically does nothing to Houndstooth with critical damage immunity. Alright, so keep attacking Clone Sergeant because he's still taunting. Okay, so now we triggered Anakin's bonus turn. But because Clone Sergeant now doesn't have taunt anymore, we can simply take out enemy Anakin right here with a basic attack. Okay, now the enemy does the AoE daze thingy, which again triggers our Anakin, so do a nice AoE here. Apply critical immunity on your own Anakin. Now here we lost Houndstooth, but that's okay because that actually triggered a bonus turn on Anakin. So here I decided to take out Clone Sergeant because he had full turn meter, so I wanted to make sure I take him out before he gets a turn, because if he has Valor he will boost turn meter on enemy Negotiator, so I didn't want that to happen. So I've taken him out instead of Ahsoka, and then my 5's got a turn and was able to finish off the battle. So there you go guys, so I showed a couple of battles with a slightly different RNG, and you can pull it off, I said, as long as your Negotiator goes before enemy Negotiator. So there you go, just to show you, I was able to complete all three tiers of this feat after completing the second battle here in this video. So you know, it does work. Probably from 7-8 battles that I have to do every day to climb to the top on my arena shard, I would have maybe 3-4 Ahsoka matches on my way up, and one out of those 3-4 I got RNG aligned so that my Negotiator went before enemy Negotiator, and then I was able to win without using reinforcements and complete this feat within 9 days of it going live. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, that you find it useful. Give it a go in your own Fleet Arena shard and see if it works for you. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. As you know, I'm always happy to provide more details if anyone requires it. But until then, I'll see you in the next video guys. Have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.